In the Greater Accra Division 2 League that has been going on, this year, we have seen some impressive, plays by some team members. Um, Most of you would have heard of names like Emmanuel Dagadu and of course Lawrence Asante. If you are following this Division 2 league, which is held in Greater Accra. One of the teams that did well was the Camouflage Boys. Yeah, they are the team from the Ghana Armed Forces, the Ghana Armed Forces male football team. They also did very well and remained on top of the Greater Accra Division 2 league table in Zone 2B. Um, there's also the Raisa team, which is actually an abbreviation for Royal Awudu Isaka Soccer Academy. Royal Awudu Isaka Soccer Academy. So that's Raisa. They also did very very well. Now, when you look at the games of the Camouflage Boys, which are the Ghana Armed Forces male football team, you would see how they beat completely the King Step FC in a very magnificent round of the competition. This one took place at the Elwak Sports Stadium. The Camouflage Boys beat King Step FC by 4 goals to 1. That was amazing. 4 straight goals to 1, and a lot of people who watched the game enjoyed it a lot, especially the celebration of the players of this Ghana Armed Force football players. It was very beautiful. Now they had this tremendous play. Their passes were amazing. They had so many amazing passes. It was like the whole game was about very beautiful tactical passes. There were these passes that were so beautiful. Sometimes you wouldn't even realize that they're about to pass before you know, they pass the ball and then they are on their way to go. It was amazing. Those who are at the Elwak Sports Stadium were very 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 glad and were entertained. Now, the Camouflage Boys, they were at the, dominating part throughout their games. They created the best chances, and even from the beginning of the game, they were heading straight for goal. It was like they just had everything under control. We like the way, especially, they pressed and found the back of the net, even at the 9th minute. Like the moment the game starts, so just below 10 minutes, they were able to, fire some shots through. There was this guy. His name is Castro Kenya. Castro Kenya. He fired a very long shot. He did very well with that one from a distance, and then he was able to score. And he put the Camouflage Boys in the lead just at the 9th minute. That was a very impressive goal. When we look at the distance, where it was fired from, way back, it was just amazing. For most of us, when he fired the shot, we were like, that's very long. Only to see that this boy was able to hit the ball through, and the keeper was baffled at even the angle at which it entered. It was amazing. There was a lot of practice, definitely, from the Camouflage Boys. And then also Lawrence Asante, who also had a lot of applause with his beautiful goal. He extended, the lead for this team in the 20th minute. So this was just in the first half. Their game against, the King Step FC team. Lawrence Asante did very well. His goal was amazing. In the 20th minute, he put their team in the lead. He scored a beautiful strike. That was just a decent strike outside the edge of the penalty box, and the way there were those people around there, we didn't think he would be able to enter, but he gauged it so well. He was able to make the back of the net. So that was beautiful, and throughout the game, like we said before, the passes, that was amazing. For a while I was like, why are these people not being recruited into the Ghana national football team? They were just so amazing with the passes. Well, I guess it's just their thing to stick to the zone 2B games. We don't know, maybe later some scouts may be able to get them into the national football team. I was particularly very impressed with the passes. The passes were amazing. There were some passes that We didn't even expect them to come. It was like they could see their players even without looking at them. It was so amazing. And well, going ahead in the game, there was Emmanuel Dagadu. Yes, Emmanuel Dagadu. He seems to be popular amongst the folks, especially even there were some people in the in the other teams who seemed to recognize him. And when most of them were attesting to the fact that he was going to be a problem to the King Step FC football team. He also did well, just like before the half went to an end, he put a third goal, from an angle in the 40th minute, just before the first half, went to an end. He did very well. He did very well. Emmanuel Dagadu. So congrats to these players and to the whole team. As a matter of fact, there was then if you look at the second half, how they played. Because of the goals that they scored in the first half, the other team was wise. Ken Step FC went into immediate defensive. They were not giving them any chance anymore. So you would notice that the rest of the play was concentrated in the other half of the team. That was in the King Step FC zone. They were just trying their best to score, whilst the King Step FC team were trying their best also to prevent them, from scoring. It was just on and off, on and off, on and off. They were trying their shots, but they were always defending them. So finally, 4 minutes, later, then the Camouflage boys scored the fourth goal. They did it, amazingly. They did it with, so much force that we saw that finally they've put another goal. That was in the 75 minutes. The defense would admit the defense by the King Step FC was impressive. If they had used that defense probably in the beginning, I'm sure the Camouflage boys may not have been able to break through. But that they defended well in the second half. But unfortunately for them, the fourth goal came in in the 75th minute, and so that was impressive. We sent comments, recommendations, and applause to the Camouflage boys. We would like for some scouts to look through the team and see there are a lot of good players. I mean, aside the names we've mentioned, there are some who are really passionate about the game. For a second, most of us were wondering, are these guys not going to be given a chance to try the national football team? But who knows? They may have their plans, as well as the coaches of the national Ghana football team. Now, let's take a little break from them and let's look at Raisa. They also did impressive. They also were good in the Division 2 league. In Greater Accra, there's this serious competition when it comes to Greater Accra. Like, there's just so much input from all of the teams. It's very serious. Raisa also did well. The Royal Awudu Isaka Soccer Academy. When you look at their 13 games alone, you see how they did well. They raised 26 points just after their 13th game. It was cool. We loved the game they played against what was the name? Emmanuel City. Yeah, this happened at the Lashibi base, and Raisa defeated them with 3 goals to 1. That was also an impressive game. There was this guy. I'm trying to recollect the name, but it has escaped me. He was moving everywhere. He was both in the midfield. He would rush to the defense to help, and when they are about to go, it was like he wasn't getting tired. This guy in the Raisa team, do you remember the name? You don't remember? Oh, okay. That was yeah. You see that guy, yeah, with that hair, yeah, the hair, yeah. That guy, he was just so impressive. We can't remember his name yet, but they were good. Raisa defeated Emmanuel City by 3 goals to 1, and the games were amazing. Oh, but there were other teams which also did impressive apart from this too. When you look at New Life, the New Life football team, they also did well when they played against MSK Zelina. Yeah, they were able to escape with a goal. At the end of the day, it was 3 goals to 2, 3-2 in favor of New Life. And it was amazing. And then there was this game between Prestige versus United Talents. they scored 3 goals to 1. United Talents were not able to show how talented they were in the game, but the Prestige boys, led them by 2 goals by scoring 3 goals to 1. That was also an amazing one. And I should say that their goalkeeper was very good. The goalkeeper of the Prestige football team, he was very good. There was so many times that he could have and they could have considered a goal, that because of the way he was so versatile in moving up and down, and he was able to stop them. I remember there was a time he even came out of the 18 box and tackled a striker of the opposite team so fiercely, and we were thinking that striker would have scored, but with the way the keeper came out, he was able to prevent that goal from entering. So the Prestige football team too was good, and their goalkeeper did very, 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 very well. Unfortunately for the United Talents, they lost. There was this game too, Atam Devisa. You remember that team? Yeah, yeah. When they played against Standard FC, there was 3 goals to nothing. They scored 3 goals straight. They did very well. Atam Devisa. They defeated the Thunder FC, and then also there was Quinta Trust. Quinta Trust. That was also a good team. They had a very strong strike force. From the midpoint to their strike force was good. Just the defense were not too cooperative, but at the end of the day, they still won. When they played against Magenta FC, they scored 3 goals to 1. But their midfield and strikers were very impressive. It's just that defense wasn't too good, but at the end of the day, yeah, they still won 3 goals to 1 against Magenta FC. Now, some of these games also took place in other places, some in Medina, some in other places in Greater Accra. When you look at the one that was held at the La Macdan Park, the immigration team, they defeated this Hope for Life by 2 goals to 1, and we're impressed with the immigration team, because remember back in the day, I was that was 2 years ago. We were not too cool with their games. We were like, these people are they really serious about the game? They were just fumbling with the ball, but this time they did very well. So 2-1, they defeated Hope for Life 2-1 at the game that occurred at La Macdan Park. That was beautiful. It was so entertaining, and many were shocked that the immigration could play so good. I think maybe they put in a lot of energy, in this year. There must have been something that motivated them. That was beautiful. And then you look at the game that occurred also at the Apenkwa Park. I wasn't there myself, but my colleagues were there, and then I was able to get a chance to watch it on the record. The Mountaineers, they scored 3 goals to 2 against Abu FC. So this game at the Apenkwa Park, the Mountaineers did very well. They escaped by 1 goal, 3 goals to 2 against Abu FC. And there was also this game between Tama, not Tema, Tama, Tama, Tama Wonders. They were able to score 2 goals, and they did not even allow the Royal Anderlecht. I think that's what they call it. Is it Anderlecht or Anderlecht, right? Yeah, Royal Anderlecht. They didn't allow them to score even 1 goal. So at the end of the game, it was 2 goals to 0. So Tama Wonders did very well also. And then we look at the games that occurred in Medina. There was a game at the Medina Park. Mobile phone people. They scored 3 goals to 1 against the Star Makers. So mobile phone people defeated Star Makers at the Medina Park. That was also a beautiful game. And then also there was this game between Golden Boys and Alajo. The Golden Boys were impressive. If not for the fact that the keeper of Alajo was too good, they might have scored more goals. But at the end of the day, it was 2-1. Golden Boys won the game by 2 goals to 1, but Alajo's keeper was also good. Then Golden Strikers were also another team that did well. They were Cantonment FC. They beat Cantonment FC, at the Osu Okoa J Park. Then there was also Kowanasu, which also did well by scoring 2 goals. Victory over DC United at the Medina place. So that was it. That was, I think Cedar Stars also scored 2 goals to one against Bionic, and these were some of the games that went on. Okay, so for those of you who were interested to know that was the scores, you can always applaud them when you meet any of them in town. Thank you for listening and have a nice day.